All right, so the only thing that we've got now is the 1 minute is half flipped to the upside, but still they're ways away. So there's still a good chance we'll see this price work their way down to it. But now it seems like it wants to get up into that black VMD, which now I'm ready to go ahead and re-enter here. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to take entries here at 27. Okay, I'm in at 27. Set a stop 7 points away quickly. I'd like to work it down to that 15, 16 area where we kind of were having a hard time getting through that. But again, dollar Swiss sometimes, guys, it really should give us something here, but it's just not. Oh, come on. All right, stopped out of that. Stopped out of that. All right, dollar Swiss is not really cooperating here, so be very careful. As right now, I'm just going to wait to see if it wants to break above this 34 and head up into the 50 area, and I'll contemplate on doing something there. In fact, I'm going to probably stay away from dollar Swiss. I'm going to start working back my ways towards the guys who've been a little bit more consistent. Euro dollar and pound dollar has been kind of all over the place, but dollar Swiss is just going berserk here. So it has gone through very, very strong resistance levels, and it just hasn't given back. And again, keep in mind that it has been quite a bit overbought against the dollar. So this is the danger about trying to play some of these retracements, where sometimes some of these levels that would make a lot of sense that the market should respond, and in fact, with regular conditions they do respond very well. You find that they don't, and a good reason for it is, again, you've got a market that's been quite a bit oversold, and in other words, the dollar oversold against the Swiss, as we have kind of hit pretty much all-time lows. So again, if you are looking at some of your trades and you find they haven't worked, several things to factor in. It is Friday. Fridays we have markets that can be very odd, and a lot of your technicals sometimes don't work as you're accustomed to seeing them work. And the other thing is, take into account also the current conditions of the market. We are quite off balance, and then the other thing is, again, you've got a currency that's been quite a bit beaten up. So this is one example where, again, the possibilities of these trades normally working are very high, the probabilities, but under the circumstances, these are why some of the conditions of why they don't work. And so I've had basically your one break-even trade and one -7 trade here. One thing I hope you guys notice right now with this dollar Swiss trade, and in general any currency, you'll find that when you hit a certain area where you expect the resistance or support, if the support or resistance levels are fairly strong, you should get an immediate response to where the price it's almost like it hits a wall full speed, and it's it just tumbles back a bit. And you should find that you've got enough room there to make some points. If you don't have that, then there's always the possibility that, and price action is indicating that the more you see it trying to hang around close to where that rejection was tested, the more probabilities there are that it's going to break through it. And so again, if you notice, every time we hit certain areas, immediately there's a time factor where I'm expecting that price to quickly work its way in the direction we thought it would. And if it doesn't, again, I don't have a problem getting out of that trade with a loss, and whether it's a small loss or or I just get out at break even. Bottom line is, we've got to protect always ourselves, and realize that sometimes the areas of resistance that we're expecting or support, for whatever reasons, may not do exactly what we wanted it to do, which is create that immediate rejection. And so we have to be in a position where our state of mind is clear, and we're able to reevaluate again where possibilities of re-entering this market might exist. Although the window here for dollar Swiss was about that 28, 27, all the way through 34 levels for entry, I was again willing to be stopped out for now you can see this 30 area is the one that's trying to hold this dollar Swiss up here. But again, I was fairly comfortable with getting stopped out with that -7, and although normally I would re-enter that market again, I wasn't very comfortable with how that dollar Swiss broke through those levels, as I thought the retracement was quite a bit exaggerated, and again, at that time I felt we could go all the way up to 50. So again, I didn't want to re-enter at 34.